welcome to Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast.
Hey, it's JD here, back for another week of assembling the ingredients to put together the perfect Toll House cookie that is the track listing of seminal indie rock band Pavement. Week over week, we listen to a new track in chronological order. I am uncool and underqualified to be doing such a thing, but here I am. So rock me like a hurricane. So there's that. How are you all doing this week? I took the week off last week just, to sort of add a little emphasis to that last track there, Finn. I really, the more I think about it, just think it's the perfect coda to, what we've got and everything we get after. Maybe not including the EP that we're covering for the next couple weeks, but everything we get after is just different. It's still Pavement, but it's, it's different. It's, the butterfly has left the chrysalis, as it were. And the music is, assembled in a different way, with a different producer who's much more hands-on and finessed, I suppose. And, things just get different. So Finn really, truly does, in a litany of last songs. I posted on Reddit. That my postulation that Finn is the perfect coda. And I heard a couple people say, well, no, there's like what about Newark Wilder? And, what about, oh gosh, I can't think of the other one right now off the top of my head. But they had other songs. And I guess it just depends on what era that you got into. But when we're taking this project and really looking at the band holistically, the entirety of their output, it's tough to not see that there is a linear path that takes you from the EPs to Finn, and it sort of puts it to bed. I don't know. Fight me. Fight me on this one. Yeah. That's now I will say this. I've been fucking up a lot, and I got a real nice email from Moik talking about Starlings of the Slipstream. And his email, basically said that he had done a bit of research, and there's stuff that comes up about starlings getting into the engines of planes and causing accidents and sometimes fatalities. And, that could be it. I don't know whether or not my Google is just set to only bring back positive responses to my queries or what, but I didn't get that. So, terribly sorry about that. The other thing that I messed up was that I said that we were going to be covering Pacific Trim after this. And dude, we did that already. That came before this record. That came before Brighten the Corners. What a fucking idiot. We even used it as a trivia question. Now, I only said it in one episode, but still, God. I listened to it back, and I was just cringing the whole time. And it's those types of things that I wonder, do I go back and change it so that future generations, my children perhaps, my children's children, when they're listening to this, they don't get the wrong idea? No, I'm fucking underqualified, man. I'm plugging away here. I'm doing the Lord's work, and I'm enjoying myself. But I never said that I was an expert at this, musicologist, as it were. We just talk to each other once a week because we have fun, right? And we like the same band. Yeah. Some of you probably just skip right to the song. Skip past all this stuff. And if you do, you would miss this. Now, you've probably already seen it because I'm late to the party here. But Terror Twilight reissue all of a sudden became a bit buzzy this week. our friend, Mr. Spiral Stairs, who runs the Pavement Instagram account and the Pavement Twitter account, seems to have leaked out some information that had the beginnings of liner notes on it, and even said, that the liner notes are starting to come together for this project. I guess I can tell you that he told me in confidence, when we had an interview a while back, that this was very much on the horizon. But that was way back when Primavera was still in the cards for 2020. So I don't know how far behind they are or what, but we are going to get that record. I don't have a track listing or anything like that. I'm hoping to talk to Scott again for Terror Twilight. And if I get him on, then maybe we can razz him a little bit about that. And maybe I'll be allowed to share this time. So that's exciting. That's really exciting. Anytime we get a chance for new Pavement, which clearly there'll be some Pavement that some of us haven't heard anyway, included. And I don't know, makes this show a little longer, I suppose, doesn't it? So there's that. This week we are into the first track of the Shady Lane EP. Now, the Shady Lane EP is a two-parter, but it is, sort of Voltron, I suppose. It's one it's two EPs, but it's counted as one EP. Essentially, what they did is they assembled the singles from Brighten the Corners, the UK singles, and the UK B-sides, and they put those UK B-sides together as an EP for American audiences so they could get their hands on it through Matador. So there's that. I'm not gonna play Shady Lane to start. Shady Lane is the first track on the EP, and it's the crossfader version. I can't seem to track this down. I don't have the Shady Lane EP. If anybody out there has the crossfader version of Shady Lane, send it my way. And because I'd like to have it in my collection. Now, I see some of you are going to search for it and go, fuck, dude, it's right here. It's on Spotify. But the thing is with Spotify tracks and Apple Music tracks, I can't capture them to play them in the program that I use to put together the podcast. I only use stuff that I've paid for. So that's one of the things that I made a promise, off the top, other than YouTube clips that I sometimes play live versions of. Everything that you hear is from my collection and I paid for it. So there's that. Slowly Typed is where we're going to start then. As a result, it's the second track on the Shady Lane EP. And it's exactly what you think. It's, here's an anecdote for you. Here's a fun anecdote for you. All the equipment in my house is, anything with an internet. I use Apple stuff. I used to work for Apple, so I'm an Apple sucker. But, so each of the computers in the house, each of the Apple TVs in the house, each of the laptops in the house. The only thing I haven't got named are my speakers. And maybe I'll put out a call for you to help me name the different speakers. There's like 5 speakers in the house. But like all the phones, all the iPads, everything is named after Pavement. So for example, my hard drive with photos on it is called Camera. My desktop hard drive is called Here. My Time Machine backup hard drive is called Old to Begin. My iTunes is called Stereo. My Apple TV is called Type Slowly. My second Apple TV is called Slowly Typed. And that's what we're going to listen to today. We're going to listen to Slowly Typed. But before we listen to that, if you think of great names based on Pavement songs for my speakers, I've got a pair connected to my TV set. I've got a pair connected to this computer that I'm working on right here, and I've got another one in the kitchen that all need names. Other than that, everything in my house has names. My phone is Gold Sounds. My desktop is Box Elder. Yeah, I'm sort of a nut. So there's that. Let's listen to Slowly Typed. If you want to fucking get up and dance, you should put on some soft shoes. This is a nice little shuffle number. This is Slowly Typed on Meeting Alchemists, a pavement podcast.
Bed. You mourn and come so easy. Spells have been cast, the urge has been lost. Snipers posted bills as they should of a midnight vacation. This is our vacation, and it's my chance to make it up to you. Stare at sequence seconds as they stick to the wall. People of the day, it is excruciatingly gray. Face the front when it comes for you. Type slowly. On my blue incandescent shining groveling guillotine. The edge of creation is blurred and blushed. Now a lot of to grow inside this leather terrarium. Sci-fi darling, don't go. Wow! Wow! Back on the planet now, and I'm beginning to wonder how. Echelon your dreams and they'll come true. Echelon your dreams and they'll come true. Type slowly, type slowly.
Isn't that cool? It's different, right? It's like there's a shuffle to it. There's a real shuffling groove. I don't know if there's brushes on the drums. Is it in 3/4 time? Like it's got a totally different skeleton. And I like this skeleton. This skeleton wouldn't frighten me on any Halloween out there. So it would be a skeleton that I would welcome into my house and offer them tea, maybe even one of our Toll House cookies that we make. Lyrically, it's very similar. There are a couple minor changes. I love what they do with the vocal during one of those changes. Well, it's not really during one of the changes where it gets all reverby when he's talking about the blue incandescent guillotine. I think that's really fucking cool. Ultimately, I like Type Slowly better because I heard it first. I think that's just how this stuff usually works. Very rarely the song that you hear second is the one that sticks. But in this case, that rule holds true for me. How about you? Send me an email, jd@meetingalchemist.com. Let me know if that is the same with you. I don't know. Other than that, I mean, that's sort of what I got for you. If you're looking for a mug that says, For you, morning comes so easily. I've got it in the Meeting of Alchemist shop. You can buy one if you want. If you don't, that's cool. What else? We'll be back next week with another track from this EP, and we're getting closer. We're getting closer and closer and closer to Terror Twilight. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. That means our time is coming to a close. Wash your damn hands.
Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast, is a weekly affair. Connect with JD at jd@meetingmalcolmus.com. Please support the pod by rating, reviewing, or sponsoring us at meetingmalcolmus.com. And hey, I'm social. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at Meeting Malcolmus.